Hi everyone, my name is Katie Boateng. I'm the host of the Smell Podcast, a founding member and president of the Smell and Taste Association of North America, and a Fifth Sense ambassador. I have acquired anosmia, and I currently live in New Jersey in the United States. Today, I'm here to share with you all 5 tips for managing your mental health while living with a smell and taste disorder. So tip number 1 is to journal. If you've never journaled before, or you used to journal and you haven't done it in a while, I would highly recommend it. It's very helpful for me because it allows you to get all of your thoughts down on paper, and it's a safe space to do so. I like to go back and reflect to see how things used to be going for me and compare and contrast if things have gotten better or worse. But journaling is a safe outlet to get your emotions out. Tip number 2 is to get connected online, especially on social media. There are a lot of different avenues that you can do this. One, for example, is Facebook support pages. There are a lot of different Facebook support pages that are specific to different conditions. For example, there are a few for anosmia, including acquired versus congenital, and so on and so forth. So all of these pages are really great because they can connect you with other people who are experiencing what you're experiencing, and that is so valuable. One thing that I would recommend is just to be aware that any treatments or recommendations provided on these groups may not work for you, and to just definitely check with your doctor as your own situation is unique before pursuing any kind of treatments or recommendations that you see online. Another way that you can get connected online is to use hashtags, especially on Instagram and Twitter. Search out the hashtag that applies for you, example #anosmia, to get connected with different pages and groups. So you can find new people to talk with. One of my favorite things about being the host of the Smell Podcast is when people send me messages online and they just let me know what they thought about an episode or who I should interview next, or to just share their own story with me. That's one of my very favorite things. Tip number 3, connect with your friends and family. Talk about your condition with them and let them know how it impacts you. A lot of times your friends and family may not understand exactly what you're going through, so I would recommend that you share with them and then also challenge them to remember. Since smell and taste disorders are typically invisible disabilities, it can make a huge difference in your life if your family and friends remember your condition, so challenge them to remember. Tip number 4 is exercise. I know you probably hear that a lot, but exercise can really help balance out your mood and how you're feeling. I personally really enjoy both jogging and doing yoga. Not the best at doing them all the time, but they really help me when I am regularly practicing both. Exercise is not one size fits all. Some of you might be thinking jogging and yoga sounds horrible, and that's totally fair. Find something that works well for you and that you enjoy doing, and that can really help you manage your mental health and your mood. Tip number 5 is therapy. If you haven't tried counseling before, or if it's been a really long time since you've gone, I would highly recommend it. There's something that's really special about being able to speak to an impartial person and know that anything you share is private. I'm a big advocate of mental health, as you can see from the fact that I'm recording this video. So if you are interested and you live in the United States, you can visit psychologytoday.com. They have a really great tool where you can input your zip code and find a practitioner in your area. And if you're in the UK, definitely check in with your GP so that you can get a referral. Another thing that might fall under this umbrella of therapy is medication. Not everyone is going to need medication, but if you are finding it difficult to manage your smell and taste disorder with other means, it might be time to talk with your psychologist or psychiatrist and see if this is something that would be useful for you. There's no shame in needing additional help. Those are my 5 tips for managing your mental health while living with a smell and taste disorder. Please make sure to check out the Fifth Sense website for additional great resources, and remember, you are not alone in this journey.